Hi everyone, welcome to the Manifesting Straight Talk podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Jackson, and I'm a mindset and manifesting coach from the UK, and I am here to ignite that fire inside of you. If you know you were born for more and you've been thinking things have been feeling a little bit vanilla and a little bit stale, and you are ready to move things forward and manifest the life that lights you up, then you are in exactly the right place. Join me every week for mindset and manifesting tips, plus my weekly energy forecast, and let's get things moving in the direction that you really want to be going with your life, because you were made for magic and miracles, and this is your time. Hi everyone, welcome to this week's podcast episode. I'm your host, Rachel Jackson. That feels very strange saying that, but everything will be updated soon, so you will see that everywhere. And this week, I just want to do a really quick, short, sharp episode to help you get through this festive period and this energy that you might be feeling, because today is the winter solstice. So whether you're listening to this in a year's time, 6 months' time, it doesn't matter. You probably needed this message today. So please just go with it, whatever time of year you are hearing this. But if it is the winter solstice and it is around this end of December feeling, then it is perfect timing for you too. Now, with the winter solstice, we have the shortest day. We have the time where it's going to start to get lighter. We are emerging into this new phase, this new beginning. And you might be listening to this in May or June because you are in this exact place. So when we're doing this, our mind and our energy can be quite open and quite vulnerable. And sometimes we can be affected by things that are happening around us. And at the minute, coming up to Christmas, that is exactly what could be happening. You could be surrounded by family, you could be surrounded by friends, busy shoppers. There is so much going on. And now is the time when you are going through this transition period, when you are going through your rebirth, your regrowth, you are stepping into something new, or you're just surrounded by family and they're driving you crazy. You need to learn to protect your energy and learn how to work with your energy. Because what you can find is you can be picking up energy from other places, and that can be affecting your thoughts. It can be making you feel feelings of lack, making you feel feelings of not being good enough, not having enough time, pressure, stress. You can be picking up all sorts, which just isn't yours. So this is where you've got to start to protect your energy. If you think you go into a busy supermarket, you have all them minds, all them energetic thoughts whizzing around, probably thinking, I don't have time. I haven't got such and such as present. I haven't got that. I can't afford this. How am I going to afford the shopping? There is going to be so many different feelings and emotions in them places that actually you are picking up without realizing, because that is the collective energy. And the collective energy at the moment is that, finances are hard, but you might not actually believe that, because you might have an abundant mindset and you might know that the government and how the inflation works and all of that is not your source. That is not where it's all coming from. And you know that you are connected to something bigger. But we can still pick up these energies without realizing it. So what I want you to do over this Christmas period and over the solstice is start to think about your energy, start to think about how you protect it, how you cleanse it, and how you just give it a good shake off, because sometimes we need to do that. So first of all, protecting your energy. There is so many ways to do this. Now, do this with family and friends. Do this before you go into an event. Do this whenever you need it, because actually what happens is your aura is attracting things in all the time. It's attracting other people's energy. And unless you close off to that, you are going to be absorbing that without realizing. So whether you're a believer or not, protect your energy. This is a little mindset trick. It's a little visualization that even if you don't feel anything different, or you don't think, what the hell am I doing? It doesn't matter. Just do it anyway, because it works. It really, really does. So firstly, you can imagine yourself surrounded by a ball of white light. You are inside this orb of white light. And what that does, that gives you this source protection. It brings that source energy around you, protects you like a bubble, as if you are putting bubble wrap all around you. And what happens then is anything coming towards the white light just bounces back off. So it's just absorbed with love and light. There is nothing more than that. So you just ask for this protective bubble to come around you, this gorgeous white source energy. Allow it to flood, allow it to go right around you, and just think, I am protecting my energy and only love and light can come through. So just do that as a 2-minute visualization. You don't need to take long. You just need to ask. Just say, can you bring in this protective bubble of energy around me so I can only attract love and light? And you could do that waking up in the morning. You could do that throughout the day. You could do that when you're feeling like, oh my God, this person's energy is draining me. Do it then. It can be done at any point. Another way that I use, which is really powerful, especially when you're around people who can be quite demanding, quite annoying, quite negative, whatever it is, when they've got that energy that you just don't want to let in, or they're trying to dump all their emotional stuff on you, and you know that there's lessons they need to learn, this is the perfect one to do. So imagine yourself surrounded by mirrors. What I like to surround myself here is that Archangel Michael's, all his swordsmen, all his knights, all his people around me, and they've all got these big shield mirrors up. And what that does is, when you have all these mirrors around you and you have them pointing outwards, so they're not facing you, they are pointing out to the other people, what that does is it just takes the information, it takes the energy, whatever they are trying to feed at you, it takes it and it bounces it back and reflects it back to them so that they get the lesson. You don't take on the energy, you don't take on the thoughts, you don't take on that mindset. They need to learn the lesson that is theirs to learn, and it just penetrates it back to them, which is a perfect one. I use that one so much. I really do, because I struggle. Me, in my mindset, I really struggle with pessimistic people. It drags me down. It makes me feel low. And I get a little bit narky with them, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. So I just put them mirrors up and I just think that's theirs. That's where they're at. And I just let them take that and lead on that. And I don't need to say anything. So that is a perfect one. Now, that's about protecting your energy. What about cleansing your energy? Perfect way to cleanse your energy is when you are in the shower, imagine that golden liquid just washing down over you and allowing that energy to drip off. Allow anything that isn't yours, allow anything you don't need anymore, just allow it all to drip off and let it go down the drain to Mother Earth. Mother Earth will take it, regenerate it, make it into something absolutely magical for you. So you don't need to worry about that. You just need to let that drip off you. So perfect one in the shower, but you can visualize that as well. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, if you've been feeling like things are getting on top of you, just imagine yourself stood under a golden shower of light and let that energy go down. Let it wash off anything that isn't for you, anything that doesn't belong to you, and let it drip away into the earth. And that's a perfect way to do it. Another way to do it is sometimes you just need to shake it off. You know, when you've met someone and you just get that ick feeling, there is just something about them and you just suddenly shudder, you shake your body, you walk away from them and you're like, oh, like that. That is shaking it off. That is exactly what you can do with people's energy. So if you've been around somebody that isn't good for you, just shake it all off. Just literally walk away from them and shake your body. Just shake it off. And finally, the last thing, music. Now, we're talking about shaking it off, but imagine just dancing away to music and letting everything drop away from you. Music is the best high vibe thing you can do for your energy. It gives you that oomph, it gives you that push, and it feels a little bit more normal than putting protective bubbles around you to people who are new to this. So if you are having a bad day, get your best song on, get it in, get it playing, get it loud, start to dance. That is going to shift your vibration. That is going to change your energy. That is going to lift you up. And that is your way of shaking that energy off. So let that happen naturally. Now, going into this festive season, you can use these over and over again. We are going to be dealing with people who you don't see that often and you maybe struggle with. So please use these. These are my quick techniques for you to get through this festive season, get through any change, any new beginnings, and really protect your energy. So have the most amazing Christmas, and I'll see you on the other side where we're going to be diving into how to make 2023 absolutely epic. So I will catch you then. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. I hope you loved every minute of it. If you want to follow me on social media, all the links are in the show notes, and I will catch you next week for more Manifesting Straight Talk.